Today I want to take the time to answer a question everybody asks me in the comments. How do I do my rumble kicks? How do I get the beefy rumble behind the kick drum that sort of drives the whole track? Today we're going to be doing that entirely in the box in Ableton. Alright, today in Ableton Live we have a 909 kit, the standard 909 kit you find here in the drum section. Yeah, just with a 4/4 kick. Very typical 909 kick. Now, one way you can get a rumble from this is to use the sends and returns. So let's go to view, sends and returns. There we go. Okay, so we'll turn the send up a little bit and put some delay on it. Audio effects, delay. Now this is the typical sort of bottom tier rumble kick that everybody does. They just put a little delay behind there, maybe make it mono and filter it. So let's run with it. Give it a little more volume here. All right. So what do we do once we have that delay bouncing around with the kick drum? Well, firstly, I would take an auto filter and then a compressor. So, actually, yeah, let's filter it down that way. That way we can hear it a little better. And it gets down into the rumbly sub territory. Then we'll use the compressor and sidechain that to the kick drum. And then we can use the ratio, the threshold to dial it in. And then we can go over here and beef up our kick a little bit. So we can give it a saturator. And then an EQ. Yeah, I like that. So you can sort of hear the birds in the background here in my neighborhood. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, so we've got a beefy kick there and a nice rumble based on the kick. We can sort of adjust the filter to taste. Really make it intense. Okay, another way we can do this is by using reverb. And we would go down to utility and make that mono. Or maybe almost mono. All right, those are two methods to make a rumble kick with one with delay and one with reverb. So I'm just going to get rid of this send track here. Get rid of all these effects on the kick except for the saturation and the EQ. Sorry, the send effects I'm going to get rid of here. Alright, anyway. Alright, my favorite way to make a rumble kick is using samples. So I have a few samples that I've taken just from some sample CDs that I like. Sample CDs, what am I, 50 years old? From sample packs that I like from, I don't know, Splice and other places. So one of them that I'm using is this one here. You'll notice I've looped up only one measure. The entire thing sounds like this, which is also nice. I just kind of like to use one measure for a rumble. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to compress with a sidechain and filter. Notice it gives us a really nice rumble there. So let's go back to our 909 kit and put in some hi-hats. The Ableton kit has a shorter hi-hat and a longer closed hi-hat. I like the longer one. And there you have a nice rumble kick and a good start to a track. Here's another sample that I have, which is also sort of just one bar, sort of one measure. Let me get rid of the filter here so you can hear what it does. It's just once again, when you apply the filter, it just turns into that rumble. So yeah, my advice is to ignore the basic tutorials that show you the delay and the reverb rumble techniques, and really go for sampling something that has a really nice low end, getting it to sort of one measure, and then filtering it down and side chaining to the kick. There's really the secret. I mean, it's not rocket surgery. And that's all I have for you this week. I hope it's helpful. I'll do another jam next week, and then I take a couple weeks off because I'm moving to a new house. We're moving on up. Anyway, that's it for me this week. Take care, and remember, always wipe and stay off the pipe. Peace.